Now here I'm in Muskegon in Michigan at the Tesla meetup, and with me is Scott, and actually behind me is a Rivian. No Tesla, it's a Rivian. How come that you come here with a Rivian to the Tesla meetup?
Well, we're open to all EVs, and so I have a Model Y, but this one's mine. My wife has the Model Y, so.
Okay, and how long do you have it?
I've had it since September of 2022.
Oh,
So
quite a while.
Almost 2 years. Yeah,
Oh,
we're coming up on 2 years.
You're one of the Rivian OGs.
Yes, that is correct.
That's
that
great.
is correct.
So he will tell us something more about his experience, his opinion. But first, maybe before we dive deeper in, maybe we just look at the truck, get some more information, look at the design. Actually, the color looks beautiful. Now it's a little bit more in the shadow. We also go on the other side in the sunlight. Breaking news. Rivian and Volkswagen just announced a joint venture. They say this partnership brings Rivian's software and zonal electronics platform to a broader market through Volkswagen Group's global reach and scale, while providing an expected $5 billion of capital to Rivian as we bring R2 and our next generation of vehicles to market. And that's happening while Rivian is copying the retro Golf look for the R3 model. Nice move to get Volkswagen's attention. Just a joke. Seems the future looks good for the company, so let's take a closer look at the first generation R1T. What was the price?
This one was like $83,000, taxes, everything.
Including everything?
Including everything.
And how is the range?
The range, I'm at 300 to 330 miles.
Realistically?
Realistically.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And how fast is it charging?
The charging at 11 kilowatts, about 22 miles of range per hour.
Yeah, and the fast charging?
Fast charging, I haven't been on a fast charger.
Okay.
There's a 125 kilowatt charger. I don't remember the kilowatts it was up to, but it was within, it's comparable.
But that speaks for itself, because it doesn't seem like you're greeting for the fastest charging and for the longest range. So is it a practical car?
This is my daily driver.
The daily driver.
This is my daily driver.
But do you also tow some stuff, or you drive longer distances?
I haven't towed with it yet.
Okay.
But we do go around Michigan with it. So we've been all the way up. Michigan's shaped like a mitten, so we've been all the way to the top of the mitten and back. Obviously, I'm on the east side of the state, so we came all the way across for this event.
Okay.
So range anxiety used to be a thing, but it's not. It's 300 miles. I mean, it's 300 miles.
That's enough. That's great, because I think a lot of people are maybe are interested in electric vehicles and electric pickup trucks, but maybe they think aren't they already there yet, or do I need to wait longer time? What would you say? Can people really who want to have a pickup truck go to an electric pickup truck, or maybe they should wait a little bit longer?
I personally think you may have to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah.
In my particular case, I have a truck that can tow 11,000 pounds. I don't know what the metric equivalent is, sorry. I can tow 11,000 pounds, but I didn't buy a truck to tow that. I mean, so I can if I had to, for this event, if I had to bring a trailer with something. So there is still the range hit when you tow. So, but I grew up around trucks, so I got the truck.
Oh, but okay, then it's not for everybody.
Correct.
But if the driving profile matches your daily commute,
yes,
that should be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just check yourself and how you really use it.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. I mean, even I had ICE pickup trucks before. I didn't use those the way you're supposed to use. I mean, I could tow with those, but it's this is my sports car. So.
Oh, that's the thing. That's a sports car. Okay, here's the cabin. We will look at it.
Yes.
Here's the truck bed. That's the most important part of a pickup truck.
Yes.
Yeah? So I just press the button. Actually, I never used it before. I just try out if it's intuitively. So please just tap here. Oh yeah, and then it opens. Oh, even with that thing, that's cool. To make it here like a flat bed. Okay, and then here is it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can just let go.
Let go.
You can let go of the button.
Just one.
Yeah, it's one press. There you go.
Ah, okay. And it's opening. It's a little bit louder than on a Cybertruck.
Agreed.
Now you're wondering why he's talking about the Cybertruck. Actually, there is a Cybertruck right there, and we also tested the Cybertruck intensely. So please watch the YouTube channel, and then you get also much more information about the Cybertruck. But that's why I like have this. Actually, I never drove a pickup truck before I drove a Cybertruck.
Oh, there you go.
You know, in Germany it's not a big thing, and in Europe.
Right.
And also, so the Cybertruck was my first time driving a pickup truck. And if we drive this thing in some minutes, it's my second drive of a pickup truck. So that looks good. So are you happy with the like the volume here, like? How much
I wish it could be just a smidge bigger.
Yeah.
I wish it was a little bit closer to the Cybertruck.
Okay, the Cybertruck has a bigger bed.
It has a little bit bigger bed. But unfortunately, we can't get to it right now. But I have a full-size spare tire under here.
Ah, okay. So there's even storage
so
under the truck bed.
So there's a latch right here, and then from that latch, it goes ahead and it'll pop that up, and I have a full-size spare.
Okay. And what is this here?
So those are the mounting bars. So you can get like a bike rack. And so you can mount a couple bikes on here.
Cool.
So or a tent. There's tents that you can put on there. So that way, because there's a camping mode in this, and because it has the air suspension, you can say auto level the truck. So you could pull up somewhere and it'll auto level.
Oh, that's
for you.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yes. So the bed is okay, but it could be a little bit
bit
bigger.
long. Yeah, a little bit bigger.
Okay, and you also have outlets there, right?
I do.
So our camera is lying a little bit there.
So we have the two. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
So two 120s right there.
Okay. These are full-fledged outlets, yeah?
Yes.
Without limitation.
No, there is a slight limitation.
Okay.
I don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Okay, but you can put like electric tools on it.
Yeah.
And they work.
And then on this side, if I pull this out of the way, this is where the air compressor is. So if there's a door there.
Oh, there's an air compressor
So if you flip
included.
that door up, so there's the air compressor, and then as a part of, like Teslas have their Sentry mode.
Yeah.
This has what's called gear guard. So as a part of gear guard, so if you had your bicycles hooked up here, inside the door here, there's these little doors.
Yeah.
So there's a cable that plugs into here that then becomes a part of the vehicle's alarm system.
Oh, cool.
So when somebody pulls the strings then?
Yeah, so somebody tries to pull it out or whatever.
Then the alarm is going
on. Yeah, because they're locked back in here.
Oh, that's very smart. I haven't seen that on the Cybertruck, Elon. So, and this is just like closing like this.
Yes.
Looks good. Let's look at this side, because here I saw something I haven't explored yet. I think I press here.
Yes.
Or second time.
There you go. There you go. So this is what's called the gear tunnel.
Oh, wow.
So
can we also open it on the other side?
I can open it on the other side as well.
And I think I can stand on it, right?
Yes, you can.
Because I was like on a CES, Consumer Electronics Show, and I watched it statically, standing there. And then the people were like, stand there and have some fun. So that's cool. So I can also jump in the truck bed, get something out there.
And these bars, if you look on the roof, there's the cleats on the side.
Here?
On the side of the... Oops, sorry. Right on the top.
Ah, here, yeah. Oh, wow.
That metal cleat is this exact same cleat. So this bar can also go up top.
Yeah, and there's also like 4 of them here on top, so you can put them. And this is like a big storage.
Yes.
And I think they also showed like the kitchen you can go, like you can put in there, yeah? Oh, that's cool for long stuff. And there was like this...
they called it the camp kitchen.
The camp kitchen.
The camp kitchen. Because there's also a 120 outlet on this side and a 12 volt on that side as well.
Oh, okay, cool. So you also have power there.
Correct.
Nice. And there's also... Hello. And there's also a frunk, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's look at this. And very good, it's an electric frunk.
It's an electric frunk.
Because I drive a Model 3 Highland and you have to press the frunk to close it. Okay, that's not that big, but it's okay-ish. Oh yeah, that's
a little bit deeper.
Okay.
And the one of the best things in it, there's a little drain plug down in here. So go ahead, pop your ice in there, and when you're done, pull the drain plug.
Oh, cool.
Just saying. Yeah.
Okay, and here you can also open it from inside.
Correct.
Here's also 12 volts.
Correct.
Okay.
Now
lights is in.
Now because this is a lower VIN number model.
Uh-huh.
So this is sub 11,000 on the VIN number. I don't know when they did it, but they started taking this out. So you'll see newer trucks that don't have this, and also these are some metal plates that sorry, I got this stuff in here, but
that's fine.
So this will actually hold up here. So they're magnets. Well, they changed it to where they only did one magnet.
Okay,
so,
one stronger magnet.
Exactly.
Maybe, yeah.
So you can tell older vehicles from the newer vehicles on a couple of those little things. So I'm happy with that.
And it's also automatically closing, right?
Correct.
Of course.
Correct.
Just press the button. And these can also be used.
Yes.
And please look at these lights. These are iconic lights. You don't find them very often in this kind of shape. It's like really the Rivian design. But I want you to comment in the comment section below, what do you think about this look? Because some love it, some hate it. I think it looks cool because it looks special and iconic. But yeah, the design is always like, you can argue about that.
You can always argue about design, but that's the signature look for Rivian.
Yeah.
So this is Rivian's signature look, just like Cybertruck is a signature look for Tesla now.
Yeah.
So if we want to charge it,
where's the charging port?
So the charging port's right here. So
it's in the front.
So it's in the front.
Actually, in Germany, we say to these kind of like when the charging is placed there, we call it Nasenlader. It's like a nose loading.
Okay.
The loading charging port is in the nose.
Okay. So it's capacitive.
Oh, cool.
And so this is obviously still the CCS
Yeah,
combo.
yeah,
So you can flip that down.
Here you have like the DC charging, and they will also join the NACS new standard. Yeah, that Tesla established. Yeah. So this also will change. And how does it work?
Those three lines right there. Just run your finger over it.
Oh. You know where I first experienced this kind of thing? At the Porsche Taycan.
Okay.
So this is like a Porsche technology in there, or otherwise, or they copied it from them.
Yeah.
You never know.
Nice touch.
So let's look inside. I want to see inside. Actually, I never looked inside, so you're experiencing with me for the first time.
So,
oh wow, that looks cool.
This interior is what's called Ocean Coast.
Yeah. Okay. The seats also look comfortable. This is like seat ventilation also in there?
Yes.
So heating and ventilation?
Heating and ventilation.
On the two front seats?
Yes.
And on the back is heating?
Heating.
Oh, but heating on the back is also not that much common. Okay, nice. That looks nice. And we will look at it closer and experience it when we are driving in some minutes. Okay, the doors open like this. And actually, it looks nice, but what I first saw is like, it doesn't look that much spacey in the back.
I agree.
Is it a problem a little bit, or is it the limiting factor?
I'm the driver, so it's not a problem.
So you never let anyone else.
Typically I'm the driver. Yeah. So otherwise, they typically have to sit on the side. Now, the one thing I will say.
Also, this is like a little bit closer to go in.
Now, the one thing I will say, because the seat is in what's easy entry, like Tesla has, so it is back a little bit further than normal.
So normal would be maybe like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
But then it's totally fine.
If I have to nitpick on the truck, that is one of the things that I would nitpick about.
So a little bit bigger truck bed and a little bit more space. A little bit more. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here's also a screen.
Yeah. So I have it locked right now.
What can you do on the screen?
So right now you can currently only the HVAC system you can do, but I have it locked right now.
Okay.
So
that's wow, but that looks so cool. I love these details here. That look like from if like you go on a mountain trip or hiking trip or something. That's cool. Wow, and they also have like the glass roof. And also like a middle console, I guess.
Yeah. So when the middle console folds down, so now you also there's like a little door back there, so you can actually get into the gear tunnel.
Into the gear tunnel.
Yeah. So if you just roll that up,
and get some stuff out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Look at this. Here you can go into the gear tunnel. So let's get some snacks out there. Nice. Okay, actually, I like it here. But now I would say we will drive that thing.
Oh, one other thing I want to show you. I forgot to show
Yeah,
you.
okay.
So in the door,
Huh?
so one of the things we talk about is there's 7,776 cells in this, in the door.
One is missing.
It's right here. So 7,777.
That's cool.
So it has the torch right in the door.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think that's, wow, and that feels great.
Yeah.
Here, 1,000 lumen. I just know that from the, you know Skoda Enyaq, this electric car, or Skoda,
No,
the brand?
I do not.
No, okay, it's a thing in Europe. And they have like umbrella in here.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
just
it.
like Rolls-Royce. They also
Yeah, Rolls-Royce.
Ah,
yeah. Rolls-Royce.
yeah. But of course, this is a utility car, and you need a
Utility.
light.
So that was like the one last thing, but I have one last thing
Oh no!
that I forgot about as well. So if you stay right here, I'll go on the other side.
Okay.
Just to make it a little bit easier, so I'm gonna fold in the cup holder.
Yeah.
Because you gotta have cup holders. So this is the cam speaker. So
Speaker?
So basically, it's a Bluetooth portable speaker
Oh, nice.
that pulls out, and like down on the bottom here is actually a light, so you can have it sitting out on your table while you're camping or whatever, and so you have a light.
Cool.
And then, does that cleat look familiar? It's the same cleat again, so it actually locks when it's in there,
And it charges.
and it charges it as well.
Wow. And it's also used for the sound system while it's plugged in.
Actually, you would think no, it doesn't actually. But
okay.
this one does have the Meridian sound system in it though, so you can tell it's a lower VIN number. But no, it doesn't use it for the sound system, but it has all the other speakers for it.
It's really a truck that speaks like, go on an adventure with me.
Yes, exactly.
So let's go on an adventure now. Okay, first impression is I like the cockpit. It looks cool. It really looks cool. Of course, there's a super big screen in the middle, but there's also a driver screen that a lot of people who don't like Tesla don't like it because they say like, I want a display here.
Right.
I don't want to just have this one display in the middle.
Right.
And so this is a solution for people, but it doesn't have a head-up display. Then people tell me, I also want a head-up display. Okay, it's enough. It's enough displays.
Yes.
So how do you like the software? Because software is such a big key. Because I'm driving so many different electric cars, and there are a lot of great electric cars out there.
Right.
Great hardware, great range, and all of it just fits together. But the software is a mess in most of the vehicles. What do you think about this?
No, it's great.
Yeah?
It's had its growing pains. It's gotten a lot better. Like we talked about, we've almost had it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's gotten a lot better. They're in the same vein that like Tesla is. They do add quite a bit of updates. We've kind of skipped, I think it was the end of May or something, because they were doing all the software for the refresh. So now they're saying by the end of June we're supposed to be getting a nice big update coming. But for right now, I mean, everything that's in here, you can move the map. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty snappy.
Oh, it's responsive. Of course, there's like a mobile connection always inside. Oh yeah,
Right.
and it already shows me like the charging. Oh, I got that. It's like the 3. What is like the?
It's the speed, what the speed of it is. So this is like a level 1 charge type, and then you move up. And obviously these are all the Rivian fast chargers. So again, with you being in
Rivian
Michigan,
have their own fast chargers.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's 5 DC fast chargers in Michigan, and then it was called the RAN, the Rivian Adventure Network. And then these are like these would be like the Tesla destination charger. I think they're called Waypoint chargers. And a lot of these, I mean, so they're all still either they're the CCS combo or the 1772s on these. But the one thing that we're talking about software. So even if I pick on Rivian's and I pick on it, they have this new grading feature. Oops, I tapped it off. Where basically it says this charger, it's an A. So in here, A, B, C, D, as far as what's a good charger, how reliable is it, things of that nature. So it's a Rivian Adventure Network, so it better be an A. But if I click on this one, okay, this is a different third-party charger, and it's rated middle of the pack.
So, like, if the rating is not that good, it could happen that maybe the speed is lower, or that you have some problems starting the charge or something. So it gives you an indication, like, where better to go to be safe.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And so again, this was something that just came out in an update recently to have that. The other thing we can do is, so what network? Oh, Tesla.
Yeah.
So I can basically filter on, show me Tesla chargers that I can use.
Yeah.
So because now, I think they're called Magic Docks. So it's the NACS that has the combo on it.
Yeah.
And so if I was to filter on the Tesla chargers, oh, here's one up here in the northern part of Michigan. And so I can charge at that Tesla station because it has the Magic Dock.
And they will there will be more and more and more in if they put the Magic Dock on the chargers.
Yes.
And latest when the new Rivians get the NACS, then it's like
that
they can
and
charge everywhere.
that and also Rivian, because of the partnership with Tesla, they have the adapter that's coming out. I don't have mine yet, but then you'd be able to see that in here because again you'd be able to say, oh, do I need an adapter?
Oh, okay.
So again,
cool.
so we can filter all on the map
nice,
between
actually.
all these different chargers. So when you were asking about is the 300 miles enough, this is why the 300 miles is enough, because I can see all of these chargers out here.
Actually, all this stuff around charging on the map is so important, because then the people don't drive electric cars not because don't buy electric cars not because they don't like electric cars, because they have this I would call it charging anxiety.
Yes.
Because in the recent year, in the beginnings of the e-mobility movement, we had like this range anxiety when the people like, there's not enough range. I think we overcame this problem, but now we have this charging anxiety that the people say like, I don't know, where's the charger and blah. And people should not think about it. They should just sit in the car and have it like this, have nice filters. And also very important, can you like answer it to me? Like, can I just put a destination in out of the range and it automatically plans my route?
Yes.
So I can put in here San Francisco.
Yes.
I know it's far, but come on, let's try it out. Because this is a critical feature for me in every EV. So I just like, okay, let's go to San Francisco. And of course we cannot go there with one charge. I think
that'd be pretty special if you could.
We need some more charge. What do you think? It's like very, very far away. Yeah. Maybe I should like.
Maybe we may have.
Maybe you should like
do a little single bit
put something in that's a little bit closer. Like maybe what could we do?
Could do
maybe here, down there.
Just down like Nashville.
Nashville. Okay, because this is now too far away. Nashville. Oh no, Nashville.
There you go.
Yeah, go.
Let's see if that'll be any faster.
Because it has to calculate very
find the road.
very long.
So you
You
can
see, but all the green dots are chargers. yeah?
Yes.
Great. Here we have it.
Yep.
And that's the feature we want to have. This should be normal in all of the cars. You see here, you stop here, charge for 18 minutes, then you stop here for 20. You don't have to think about it. It just says where you should go. Is it like there's also here's like an overview?
Yeah, that's
here.
Yeah, that should be the overview.
Here. Right, yeah. Here you see our current location, and then you see it automatically plans in. And the cool thing is like, if you drive much faster because you have a lot of fun, you need more energy, and then maybe you don't reach the charger, then it's automatically recalculating, put another charger in.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really the key. So I like it very much. And the rest of the software is also good, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, cool. But wow. But it looks so cool.
Yeah, so this is the Spotify interface.
And it looks like the screen is made like, it looks like, in the newest iPad where the screen is not like a little bit like further away from the glass.
Right.
It looks like it's like printed on the glass.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like maybe even better than in a Tesla screen, but now people will kill me. But I just say whatever I want to say. But that all looks very cool. I like their visual style. It's like so cool.
So on this, we'll come back to the cameras in a second.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But on here, so this is where you get into for all the driving modes.
Yeah.
So right now, we're in an on-road configuration and we're in all-purpose mode. And so when you were asking about range earlier, so that's the 300 miles. that we can go. But then we can go into the off-road mode, or if we have a trailer. Actually, if you hit the brake for a second, that way, okay. So now I can actually see the other modes. So we can change the ride height if we wanted to. We can go into conserve mode. So we should be okay. Now,
it's lowering the height?
Yeah, so one of the things we didn't talk about per se is this is the quad motor. So this is the launch edition quad motor. When you go into conserve mode, it only uses the front two motors. So it turns the back two off.
So you're a little bit limited on the power of the car, but you have more range.
You have about 30 more miles of range.
Okay, great.
So then off-road, so if you want to go off-road with it, so this gets into, do you want to do all-terrain mode?
I love the visuals. I love them.
Do you want to do rock crawling, sand drifting, rally? So it's all the things you set here, and then because we're in off-road, now we get our pitch and our roll over here, so we can see our tires, we can see our motor temperatures. So that's what this screen is basically be setting up for, what your drive modes.
That's really cool.
Are going to be.
And I love the whole visual appearance, the graphics.
Right.
Everything has like a great contrast. You really see it very fast, very good. And yeah, of course you want that information if you want to like maybe go off-ride or something. Yeah.
Oh, so you can go back to you can go back to the camera.
Now we go back to the camera, and it has like this bird's eye view, like the 360 view.
Yep.
Now here I can change the camera to the back camera. Oh, it has a trunk bed camera.
Yes.
Nice. So you can see if the things are flying off.
Yes.
So there was my camera.
Yes. And the other thing, so click the icon right next to it.
Yeah.
So now you can see the sidewall cameras, and because we're in the rear view right now, we're seeing the rear. But if you were in drive, you would see the front.
Okay.
Off the side. So either you have the two sides, or you can do the bird's eye.
Great.
Like you were saying.
Okay. So seat heating, seat ventilation is in there.
Yeah. So we can.
Where can I switch the gear?
We have the stock.
There's the stock.
Right on the side.
It's just like behind that. Okay.
Yep.
You have stock still?
Yeah, I know.
I'm just joking. Okay, but the rearview mirror actually is pretty good. It's big, and you can look outside.
Yes.
That's something special.
You can see something outside.
when you drove a Cybertruck before. Because you see nothing, and they have like this rear view mirror display in there, camera in there. Okay, I would say like let's drive around.
Okay.
I'm like interested how this car is like.
So I'm gonna turn the AC on just because it's a little warm. But we'll just turn that on.
Yeah, please. It's hot. Oh yeah, now the seats are like.
I got the seats on.
Chilling my back, my sweaty back.
So.
Okay.
So we are ready.
You're also ready, cameraman?
I'm ready. We can keep going. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what is here?
Just
detailing.
Just like
detailing.
Details?
Yeah.
That's nice. Actually, I love the details here.
Yeah.
Here's also yellow. Actually, they should also have like yellow seat belts.
Oh, that would be neat.
You know, I love them in the Polestar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the Polestar they have like a version with a yellow seat belts. That would fit perfectly in
I also
here.
think, do you know the company Teenage Engineering that does
No.
those synthesizers and stuff like this? I think the interior reminds me totally of their design aesthetic, this retro, futuristic look kind of. It's super nice.
So let's start. And the funny thing is, I like I said, I just drove like the first pickup truck was the Cybertruck. Now it's the second time driving a truck. But the funny thing is, I guess both vehicles are totally different than driving a normal pickup truck. So
We don't have reference.
I don't have any reference. So if somebody wants to know, like, is it better than a pickup truck? He is the one who can tell you.
Yeah, because when I drove in a regular ICE pickup truck and drove out with this. So.
Which ones did you drive before? So
I had
that people know.
I had a Ram 1500 pickup truck.
Okay.
So
That's, I think, like a big truck, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bigger. It's the mid or the. It's about this size type of truck.
There's also like this 3500. Is the biggest.
Yeah, the big one, the 1 ton.
Okay.
Yeah, so mine was a quarter ton. The 1400. So.
Oh, what the one pedal driving is also good. It's like the regen braking is great.
And I do have the regen braking set for high, so you can actually we
That's
can
always
actually
the best,
we can actually change it in here, and I like it on high, so I have it set for high.
Yeah, the window is not that big. It doesn't have like this super big window with a super.
Well, like you said, if you just took the Cybertruck for a drive, all you saw was glass.
Yeah.
We're here now. You actually can see the hood.
But actually, if I would think about buying a pickup truck, of course I would go electric because I love electric driving. I would never buy a combustion engine car, and then it would be always the choice between the Rivian or the Cybertruck.
Right.
Because I don't know. I saw this F-150 Lightning, just static, and everyone should buy whatever they like, but I don't like it actually.
Okay. Yeah.
So the whole,
But like you said, buy what you like.
yeah, this here you can see like this minimalism, and I like it. Because like you really see that it's like a company who is like focusing on. They are just doing EVs. They are not doing did combustion engine cars now also do EVs? So you can really see that the legacy automakers are doing stuff different than companies like Rivian, who were founded on the idea of e-mobility.
Right.
Actually, there's also like other trucks. Now this is the R1T with the truck bed.
Correct.
There's now also the R1S with a closed back.
Yep.
So more like an SUV.
Correct.
Pickup truck. And soon, hopefully soon, there will be the R2, which I like very much. But the R3 is the coolest vehicle I've seen for a while.
Yeah, that just one more thing when they did the announcement with so RJ cool. For the R3.
And the R3X then.
Yes.
Actually, it reminded me a little. For me, I immediately saw like the idea is like, please do like this iconic Volkswagen Golf design in a new interpretation in an electric vehicle in the Rivian style. So that's what was screaming to me, like, oh yeah, they did what Volkswagen missed to do with the legacy design. I really love the R3. But yeah, it's still some time to go. Now we're on the R1T, and actually it behaves very good. Driving, it doesn't feel like on a big truck.
Right.
That's always like with electric motors and everything. Like, I also thought like on a Cybertruck, it's like the electrification of the pickup trucks. Like how can I say, like it feels like they are like coming down to the roots what a pickup truck should be, because it's like a utility truck and it has to have power and it has to respond immediately. That's what I would think if I would buy a pickup truck, and then I would think like, okay, these electric pickup trucks, they deliver all of that.
Right.
And you don't. I don't know. Okay, some people like sound, but I don't know. I don't want like big vibrations and loud sound, because if you're like working somewhere, you use the tools all day and they are loud. Then I think you would, at the end of the day, want to sit in your car and just like chill a little bit. And actually, what I also like is you really see the display here, because in a lot of cars I'm blocking the display with my steering wheel and then I don't see the stuff. Does it also have like assistance, like lane keeping and all the stuff?
Only on the major freeways.
Okay.
So here, Rivian calls it Driver Plus.
Yeah.
So like right now you could do the adaptive cruise control on just about any road, but as far as the actual lane centering, it's actually only on major expressways and freeways.
Okay.
For that.
And does it work?
Yeah, it works really well.
Yeah.
So obviously coming to this event, I'm about 3.5 hours away, and it did most of the driving. Great. Actually, one of the things that I like about it over because I don't have full self-driving in my Model Y. So one of the things that it does do is when you're locked into a lane, because I don't have auto lane change, but when I turn my turn signal on and I get into that lane, it turns off the lane keeping, but when I get into the new lane, it automatically turns it back on.
Okay.
Where with standard autopilot with auto steer, once you brake out of auto steer, you have to turn it back on if you want to be the lane center. Where this, you don't have to do that.
Okay.
So that part I like. That part's really nice.
Okay, and I also feel like the suspension is like really smooth.
Yes, I do have it set up for a little bit softer ride.
Yeah.
I do like that softer ride.
Yeah.
But again, because it is an air suspension, we can firm that up, and you would actually feel it kind of right away. So if I just switch it all the way over to a firm ride, you're going to now start feeling that as we start to go over these.
Oh yeah. Sorry, camera guy.
Everything's good.
I just have to test it.
Yeah, sure, do it.
It's not to get on your nerves.
That was good. Test it.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's much stiffer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so you have the ability to be able to play through that with some of those different settings.
Actually, I love the sound of the blinker.
Yeah.
Because a lot of cars have like this beep, 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 strange sounds. And this is so chilled.
And again, that's one of those things, all the sounds that the vehicle makes, whether it's the blinker, the passenger warning, or pedestrian warning system, even though when we lock it, we'll have to make sure.
Yeah.
They took sounds that would fit into nature. So, like when you normally lock a car and it's, the horn honks or whatever, I'll save what this does as a little treat, just in case you haven't heard it. So I'll save it for a treat. But you just heard the turn signal, and it was like the thumping on wood. Is what it is.
Cool.
And then there was something else I was going to say, and I forgot. But anyway,
I love those details.
Actually, maybe you can link to this or whatever. But actually, Rivian had a whole series on how they picked their sounds.
Yeah.
Again, the passenger warning system. It's like a rushing river. So it almost sounds like a white noise, but it was they went to different places, did recordings, and mixed all the recordings in that.
Yeah,
so.
and actually, a car like this fits perfectly into nature.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because it's a car that it's meant to be protecting nature on its purpose and not destroying nature.
Right.
And that's like you have like this. I'm really close to nature and I'm loving nature feeling inside of the car, like implemented into the DNA of the car.
Right.
And I have to hear the blinker sound with that information again. That's so cool. That's really good. Here, can you also like change the view of the display?
You can. So with your left thumb, hold the outmost button for like 3 seconds. And that'll change from the map to now you can see the tire pressures. If you do it again, it goes to now you can see the efficiency. So we're getting about 2.25 miles per kilowatt. If you do it again, it just goes back to the map. So right now, we can just cycle through those 3 things.
Okay. And what do you think, like, how often do they update the software? Is it like every quarter? Is it like every year? Is it every month?
It was once a month up until the last month.
Once a month?
It was about once a month.
Wow, that's quite often.
Yeah, it was great. It was...
if I had like a Volkswagen ID, it needed like 1.5 years until I got an update.
Yeah, no, so it was about once a month. Obviously, some months had a lot more, things. Some of it was just, quality of life improvement type of deal. But I mean, even from when I first got it, even the driver assistance has gotten better over time. Like I was talking about the whole thing about being able to have it automatically turn it back on for you, those type things. And like I said, hopefully, coming toward the end of this month, they're going to be doing a pretty big update from what it's sounding like. Because again, because this is the quad motor. It's going to take something from the refresh and get launch mode for this, supposedly. One thing you can't see in here, but on these door panels, there's actually LEDs back behind here. So
we have ambient lighting.
Yeah. So they're RGB. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but they're going to give us control over those. Because actually, the first year I had it. So like I say, I got it in September, and in October for Halloween, they actually did a nice little Easter egg where the truck changed these lights all to red for Halloween back in here. So this whole area would glow in red for it. It changed the locking and unlocking sounds of the vehicle.
Like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have this other thing. Let me get up to some other stuff. So our security system is called Gear Guard. So with Gear Guard,
Ah, you have like a Sentry mode?
Yes, exactly. And so this is Gary. So Gear Guard Gary, he's the Yeti. So it was fun for
He's very cute.
So for Halloween, they actually dressed him up like a vamp. So he had a vampire cape on and stuff like
Cool.
that. So it was just one of those fun little Easter eggs that I guess it really wasn't Easter eggs. You didn't have to find it. It just showed up after a software update. And then the whole community was like in love with it. And November 1st, it turned off, and everybody was like, "Where did it go? I want to turn it back on." And it was, they were like, "Oh no, it was just for Halloween," and that was it. So,
but you can really like, I think, feel the love of the people who are like developing, who are like doing the car, that they really like put so much details into everything.
I was just having this conversation with somebody else before we started talking, and it was the exact same. It's that whole fun vibe. The company has that fun vibe.
Yeah.
You've talked about, you know, the outdoor feel and being able to take it outdoor. They have that vibe with them.
So you seem quite happy with the car.
I am extremely happy with this car.
So you're not like, I would love to have like, rather love to have a Cybertruck.
Oh, I mean, if you're going to give me one, I'll take it. But no.
Yeah, let's see how the video's performing, and then we'll talk about it again.
I mean, all seriousness. I mean, I have my deposit down on an R2. So when the R2, I have my deposit down for an R2. So.
But an R2 is not a replacement for this one, or
it might be. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you know, the driveway is getting a little full. So where we park the cars. So. I would love to keep it because, again, this is a launch edition, edition one. But I mean, I have 2 years to think about it because it's 2026. So when they're scheduled for it,
quite some time.
Yeah.
So what do you think is important about the car that we haven't talked about yet?
One of the, it's going to sound funny, that is one of the coolest sounds.
Yeah.
And it's really, really here. Because of the quad motor as well. So, but that I would not give up that sound.
But quad motor means they really have like a motor on every wheel.
Yeah, so they're still in the they're in the middle.
Yeah.
And so.
But it's like 4 motors.
There's 4 motors.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why you get insane things like in this big of a so obviously I think you said you took the Cybertruck for a ride and you felt, you know, the power of that. So this will do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Which is a little bit faster than the Cybertruck. It's 800 and some odd horsepower. It's it's crazy. So you can see where the power distribution is going as you drive, and then as you regen. Yeah.
Okay, the car's fun. Oh, cool. Actually, I like it. I like to drive it. And it doesn't feel that trucky, I don't know. It's just like a SUV driving feeling somehow.
Only because you're sitting up, but I think because, especially if you tighten up the suspension like I did earlier, you know, you really, when we were talking, I said my sports car, and you laughed. Yeah. It is. It's a 6,000-7,000 pound sport car.
And how is the turning radius? I have to try it out. But I think it's good.
It's not horrible.
Yeah, it's good. Actually, I think it's also better than on my Model 3. Because the Model 3 turning radius, it's the same. It's horrible. For German streets, it's very important to have a good turning radius. Yeah, I like it. Actually, I like it. It's cool. So, is there anything left that we should talk about, or you think we got a good overview?
I think we got a good overview.
So, when people are now interested, what do you think? Where should they go? How can they experience this car?
Well, definitely the first starts would be Rivian.com.
Okay.
And through, especially around in this area,
it's just like
suspension.
Down.
They have right on their website to be able to sign up for test drives and things of that nature. So Rivian.com, or obviously at events like this, even though it's a Tesla event, as we talked about, we bring the stuff like this.
Yeah.
Tesla Owners Club is actually a EV. We want to educate people on EVs.
That's great. That's great. Always good to be open. And are there also Rivian stores or something like this around the country?
They are around the country. Michigan has 2 of them. Actually, there's one about an hour south of here.
Okay, great.
On this side of the state, and then there's one on the east side of the state as well.
Okay.
And I'm from the east side of the state, and that's where this came from. was the
So
east side
check out the website, get an overview
Yeah.
of all the car, tech specs, prices, whatever.
Exactly.
Then go to a Rivian store, go to a test drive, and then you can decide.
of it. Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah.
Scott, thank you so much.
Appreciate
that was a
it.
great
Yeah.
ride. So
Yeah.
I wish you have a lot of fun with your Rivian, and I'm curious about which car you will drive if we see us next time. Bye bye, bye bye.